Owen Wanner, Owenwanner.
And you look sexy the whole time.
And then what is your class and then the positions you play?
2024, I play quarterback and free safety.
And then, okay, so going into this season, we got about a month left before the season starts. How'd the summer been for you guys for prepping for this new year?
It's been solid. We've had a lot of young guys step up and fill some roles that we lost last year, and we've played some very good competition this summer just to get us prepped for it. And we've competed every game, every scrimmage, so really looking forward to it.
Kind of as a senior on this team, what are some things that you're trying to do to kind of not just yourself but the rest of the seniors to kind of be an example, be leaders to the underclassmen going into the season?
Just showing them every day in practice it means something. Practice with a purpose every single day. So working hard, leading by example, and just being vocal in practice because a lot of the young guys, they can get scared. So just being vocal and being encouraging to them.
Obviously, there are a lot of upperclassmen on this team, but also underclassmen as well. Are there any guys that you think, underclassmen-wise, that can stand out and make a difference day one for you guys?
Yeah, we have Wesley Somerset. He's a freshman that's came in. Good size, good speed, very good route runner as a freshman. Derek McCain, he's one of our sophomores. He's a solid receiver, just runs very good routes and has solid hands. Titus Lehman, another receiver. He's been solid for us this summer, just making plays all over the place. So those are some of the guys.
For the ACAC, obviously it's a very difficult conference. Every single week, Northeast Indiana, you got a lot of really solid teams from top to bottom. What are some things that South Adams, you guys are trying to do to kind of stand out and make a difference in the conference?
This year, I think just we're young, we're small, so we try to use our speed to our advantage. Our passing attack has usually been a big thing for us these past couple of years. And then just playing hard through every game. Our defense, we got to be sharp mentally so that we can compete with those bigger teams and those faster teams. Just ready to go every week.
And then kind of last question I have for you, what are some things that you guys are trying to look to accomplish, not just yourself personally, but as a team in general?
We'd like to win the conference, obviously, and then make a run in the postseason. Just improving every year, maybe try to improve the record, and just throughout the season, getting better, not looking back on anything bad, and looking forward to the positive.
All right, my name is Noah Hunley, Noah, Noah, and then Hunley, Hunley.
And then what is your class and then the positions that you play?
I am going into my junior year, and I'm O-line, D-line.
O-line, D-line, awesome. So we have about a little bit less than a month left before the start of the season. How'd the summer been for you guys?
Our team's put in a lot of great work. I mean, summer's been great. We've gotten a lot of scrimmage in, a lot of practices. I think we've done a really well job in preparing for this year.
And then as you are going into your junior season, kind of going into the part of your high school career where you're getting to the upperclassmen area, what are some things that you're trying to do to be a leader on not just the offensive line, but the defensive line as well?
So for our leaders of our team, we like to encourage all the underclassmen a lot. You know, they can get kind of discouraged when they mess up or do a wrong play. You know, just try and encourage them through the motions and help them out as much as we can.
Obviously, you mentioned underclassmen and everything. Obviously, it's a fresh new team, fresh new faces. Are there any guys on this team, underclassmen-wise, that you think can really make an impact for you guys day one?
Yeah, I think Wes Somerset, he's a freshman. He's going to be pretty solid. And then we have a few guys on the defense that are stepping up. We have Plattner. He's going to be pretty solid, too. Yeah, or I think we're going to be pretty solid underclassmen-wise this year.
Obviously, Northeast Indiana, it's a dogfight every single week. You got teams, especially in the ACAC, from top to bottom, really solid. What are some things that you guys are trying to do at South Adams that kind of stand out in your guys' conference?
So we like to run a lot. We pass a lot mostly, though. I think we have a really good passing offense. I think that stands out a lot from the other teams. We're spread offense, running a lot.
And then, obviously, being on the line, they get the saying, a lot of games are won in the trenches. What are some things that you think that your guys' offensive line does well to kind of win in the trenches and win those close battles?
I think our speed, I know it's really underlooked. You always want size. We're pretty undersized. But I think our speed will really help us, our technique. I think it can help us a lot, win a few battles here and there, you know.
And then last question for you. At the end of the day, what are some things that you guys are trying to look to accomplish, not just as a team, but for you personally?
I want to just become a better man. It's not always about football. It's always nice to win, but it's just bettering yourself individually and as a teammate.
Grant Mosier, Grantmoser.
What is the year that you're going into again?
This is my 9th year as head coach at South Adams.
9th year. Okay, awesome. So we got about a month left going into the start of the season. A little bit less than a month, actually. How'd this summer been for you guys?
Been a great summer. We like to really play a lot of bigger schools in the summer, so we've spent time with Northrop and Columbia City and Bishop Luers, West Noble, DeKalb, some of those 4A and 5A schools to prepare us for when we get into smaller school ACAC. It makes it a little bit better.
Of course. And then obviously it's a fresh new team, but at the same time you got a lot of upperclassmen as well. What are some things that the upperclassmen have been trying to do as leaders on this team?
It's a good question. I love the senior class. I've been around them since they've been freshmen, obviously, and I've liked them since they've been young. Awesome work ethic. They bring it every day. You don't have to worry about them getting in trouble off the field. Guys who have learned, they're part of the 2020 state runner-up team, so they know what it takes, the formula it takes to be successful, and they bring it every day. So we bring back Owen Warner, our quarterback, who's a senior. He's passed for 4,000 yards already going into his senior year. He's gotten even better with his legs, so he's now a dual-threat quarterback. Tough for defense to stop. We bring back 2 all-conference defensive players, and Connor Fear, linebacker, and Colton Bullenbacher at safety, and bring back an offensive tackle, all-conference player, and Clayton Troush. So a good senior class, and we're excited for these guys to get going.
Of course. And then obviously bringing back a lot of guys from the senior class, but obviously there's also some fresh faces as well. Are there any guys that you think that can really step in and make an impact for you guys day one on the underclassmen side?
Yeah, we're going to be young at receiver, which is good because we're young and we're talented as well. We have Wes Somerset, who's going to be a freshman. Coming out of 8th grade, he's going to start for us at receiver. It'll be Maverick's cousin. Mav was our senior for us last year, obviously. Derek McCain will be a sophomore starting for us at receiver. So we have young receivers, but we're talented. We like to throw the ball around at South Adams, obviously, and go hurry up, no huddle. So we have new faces, but they're talented. And our O-line's a question mark. We bring back Diesel Ziegler after missing his junior year, 330-pound center. He'll be a center as well as nose. We have Grant Odell and Luke Bauman at guards, both starters last year, and Clayton Troush and Noah Humley, 2 stars. So we ranked 4 stars on the O-line, which is a good thing, too, for our offense. Colton Bullenbacher and Connor Fear will be our running backs as well. And Isaac D-back is our leading receiver from last year. So we have the pieces back. Just got to put it all together.
And then obviously with the ACAC, really great conference from top to bottom. You got a lot of really solid teams from Northeast Indiana. What are some things this year that you guys are trying to implement at South Adams to kind of stand out in the conference?
Love that question. It is a loaded conference, and honestly, I don't think it's the credit it deserves as far as being one of the best small school conferences in the state. We've had 4 teams at state in the last 7 years, with Woodland in 2017, us in 2020, and AC obviously the last 2 years. But it's a loaded conference. AC is probably going to be the favorites again. They have that great senior class with Worm and Bloom and Tester, some of those guys. Heritage has 80 kids out and 29 seniors. We had a nail biter with them last year. Bluffton brings back 20 starters, so some really good teams. Woodland has great athletes. Jay County is a 4A school, and then Southern One's a new coach. So it's a great conference. Fun to be a part of. It prepares us for the 1A sectional.
And then kind of last question I have for you. What are some things that at the end of the day you're looking to accomplish for this team?
Yeah, well, first off, we really push trying to get guys to develop their character. And what it looks like to be a man of character and integrity, and how to develop that with speakers and things like that, and just conversations, how to act, how to carry yourself as a Starfire football player. But obviously, as far as wins and losses go, we want to win games. We want to make our community proud with the product we put on the field. And I think we have 7 straight 7-win seasons, which is the first in South Adams history. So we want to keep that going.